history with a certain blonde bombshell, it was almost impossible to be impartial. But despite my instincts to protect her, I had to face the fact that as of now, she seemed as guilty as they come. We had an incriminating note placing her there, a grisly crime scene. I had everything but her fingerprints tying her to that mess. My favorite little klepto, the coat check girl, throwing suspicion on a dark stranger. A story that was confirmed by the waitress. As I suspected, the VIXEN had willingly admitted ties to the mystery man, and then disappeared, giving some weight to my suspicions about the symbol on the necklace, but not leading me to any hard evidence. I felt as lost as a man in a desert without a compass. I just couldn't make out how it was all connected. The phone rang and the VIXEN was on the line. She told me she would come find me. This whole thing was so bizarre that I didn't ask how. It was safe to assume that she had eyes and ears all over the city. I made my way back to the hotel, hoping that I might pick up on some detail I had missed before that might jolt everything into focus. Thought it better to leave the county morgue out of this until I can make sense of all this. Plus, I couldn't trust anyone on the force to keep this on the wraps. Guess that's why I prefer to work alone. I knew I hadn't heard the last of her, and I knew she'd come running to explain herself. I can keep a secret, I told her. I'm tighter than Fort Knox, and Sarah knows that. She wants to see you one last time. She'll explain everything. She told me to stay tuned, and with that, she was gone. Sarah Tracey. She plagued my nightmares.
When the day breaks and the clock starts to chime, you and I will awake and not speak of our crime. We are like vines.
I never thought I'd see her again. Here she was, in the flesh. I was dying to interrogate her. Make her tell me everything she knew about the crime, the hotel, the cult, the symbol, the stranger, the VIXEN. But I held myself back and let her speak. Something told me my patience would be rewarded. I thought I had heard everything, until now. I'm not who you think I am, she said. All these years, she could have been touring the world, singing for royalty, the toast of Paris, the jewel of Tokyo. Could have had fortune and fame, yet she hid herself away at an underground speakeasy in Brooklyn. Did that never strike you as odd, she asked. She says she had to see me one last time, because she needed me to know the truth before she disappears. Deep down inside, I've always known she had a talent for espionage. She has been working under deep cover for a highly privatized top-secret international intelligence service. Her mission: to bring down a nameless organization, a worldwide crime ring that's headquartered at the way station.
November evening, there's a footstep upon the stair, a flicker of a shadow, but you turn and see no one there.
They have a virtual encyclopedia of criminal activity operating out of the club. Drugs, counterfeiting, terrorism. All of the high-ranking personnel of the secret crime society identified themselves solely by that symbol. No one had a name, so no one could ever be incriminated by anyone else. It didn't take long for me to discover the chief operating force behind it all, the VIXEN. She was there every night, interacting with regulars, setting up meetings and discreet handoffs of secret codes and criminal directives. In the thick of it all, she had no name and was only identifiable by the symbol she wore around her neck. Sarah adopted the alias of a sultry chanteuse and got herself hired to sing there. Her first step in infiltrating their secret society.
Listen to your breathing as I watch you while you sleep. You don't know how closely I hold my enemy.
She cornered a vixen one night after her son revealed her true identity and tried to appeal to her sense of decency. As an intelligence asset, she could escape the shackles of a life of crime. If she would be Sarah's link to the inside, she could promise her a couple million in offshore account and a passport to a new life. She agreed to join forces to bring down the same crime ring. Let's face it, money talks. She revealed that while the vixen was the woman at the forefront, all orders came from a mysterious stranger who no one had ever seen. She would call a meeting with him, tell him she was through in turning her necklace. She would then deliver him to me. He took the bait and agreed to meet. She said he sent a note to my dressing room giving me directions to a deserted hotel.
I'm reaching for the trigger and feeling no regret, pulsing with the power of the weapon in my hand, just like I planned. My lover, it's the game we play. It's the game we play. I was innocent at the start, but you made me play a part.
She said she never saw herself as a murderer, but did what she had to do. I knew I wouldn't be seeing her again. All these years, and I had never realized who she really was. With her knack for disappearing, I guess it all made sense now. I wonder if any of it was real, or if my heart had been stolen by someone I hardly knew. Well, Sarah, if that was the case, mission accomplished. Kudos to you, kid. You pulled the wool over my eyes all right. I remember my thought from earlier. There was always the feeling with Sarah that if you cut her open, you wouldn't find a warm, beating heart, but a black diamond. I didn't know how right I was.
So you should be afraid of the dark and the cold heart. Twilight is falling, I feel I could drown in this cold, cold rain as it's tumbling down. I let it soak me right down to the bone. The wind whips my hair, it's wet on my face, stinging in my eyes, but the storm won't erase the burning that's rising, heat that could even melt stone. I want to jump, I want to fly, I wanna let go, I wanna get high, I want the night, city lights shining bright, lose the fire, ease the pain after the rain. Slave to these feelings so dark, and I'm dying to surrender the most tender part of my mind. Let him destroy me, want him to tear me apart.